Hi. In this video, I'm going to develop a formula that we can use to calculate the distance between any two points on a Cartesian plane. Okay, so here we want to calculate the distance between our 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2. So we'll just connect those points with a line. And then I'm going to call that distance, I'll give it a name, I'll just call it d for distance. Could be anything, of course. So we want to find the length of d. So how do we do this? Well, we'll do this the same way as we calculated the distance with the Pythagorean theorem. It's just that we're not going to have any numbers. So we'll draw our right triangle. And we'll have this distance squared equals that squared plus that squared. We just have to figure out how long these two legs are. So how long is this one? Well, this is the length that the y is going up from one point to the other. So it's the difference in the y's, or the change in y. This is actually just the same as we looked at when we were looking at the slope. So this is going to be the y value of this top point here, y2, subtract y1. And we can use the y value from this point, even though we're looking at this line, because these 2 points, the one are point 1 over here and the point that we added, they have the same y value. So this is just y2 minus y1. And then this is going to work the same when we're looking at the horizontal segment, except that we'll be looking at the x values. So how long is this? Well, it's the difference between x's. So it's x2, and again we can use that x2 from the top point, even though we're looking at the corner of the triangle here down at the bottom, because they have the same x value. So x2, and we'll subtract x1. Okay, now we'll write the Pythagorean theorem. So we'll have d squared, because that's the hypotenuse, equals, so first of all I'll do this bottom leg here, x2 minus x1 squared. And then we've got the other leg, so it's plus y2 minus y1 squared. So this is just what we did before, except we might have had this be 3 and this be 7 before. Alright, and I'm just going to do one more thing. Instead of having a formula for the distance squared, I'd really rather have a formula for the distance. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And then here we go. It's right here. The distance between 2 points, x1, y1, and x2, y2, is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And that we call the distance formula.